What are some common mistakes in life that people in their 20s should be aware of? MLM is always a scam. It's not a career. It's not owning your own business. It's not a path to wealth. It's always a scam that leads to misery. Don't make the mistake of assuming it's anything else.
Marrying someone just because you've been with them for a while and all your friends are getting married. Edit. Typo.
Neglecting one's body. Brush your teeth, get enough sleep, wear sunscreen, etc. Also, ignore the rat race. It's a mad, mad world.
Not being kind, gentle to their knees.
Thinking someone can save you or fix you mentally and emotionally. Other people can definitely help you, but you're the one in the driver's seat and you need to accept that and be willing to do better for yourself. Even if that's the hardest thing for you. You control the speed, you get to hit the brakes. And it's your choices that steer the car. So what kind of destination are you searching for? And what type of journey do you want? The quick route? The scenic route? Do you want to travel through the desert because the oasis is supposed to be stunning and life-changing? Do you listen to the advice of others foremost and just do a top 10 locations, hoping that'll be fulfilling? Or do you prefer to just drive and see where life takes you? You choose. And before someone points it out, no, you don't control everything. If a random nail burst your tire, that's just life. What happens outside the car isn't always something you can control. Again, you're just the one driving. Edit. TLDR. Life is a road trip and you're the designated driver. Learn to enjoy it.
Take care of your ears, hearing. Damage can happen quickly and it doesn't come back.
Getting addicted to drugs or alcohol. It may seem like you're different, you can handle your booze or drugs, but the thing about addiction is that it creeps in. It fools your mind, you make justifications about how you're actually doing it of your free will and you can stop anytime. By the time you realize you're addicted, you're pretty far gone. It's a lot harder to break an addiction than most people realize. It's hard to understand what it's like until you've experienced it.
Sticking with a career that is a bad fit. If you know you don't like your career field, your 20s is the time to go back to school or make a change. It becomes much harder as you acquire obligations to others and debt.
Don't buy a brand new car. The novelty of a new vehicle wears away fast. And you pay significantly more than buying used.
Not saving money.
Just be aware that you're going to blink and you're 30 and then you blink again and you're 50. Don't forget to live your life during your 20s, as these are precious years.
Take care of your beep teeth.
Racking up CC debt for beep you don't need.
Sex makes babies.
Once your teens are over, you'll be much less likely to be taking part in organized or casual sport. You'll find you're living a much more sedentary life in general. You're in charge of your own diet and lifestyle. It can be easy to let it all go. Staying fit is easier than getting fit, so build some good habits ASAP. When you hit 30, you'll really start to notice the difference between the friends that looked after themselves and those that didn't. I'm not saying don't have fun, but remember to keep a good foundation of diet and exercise. Find what suits you and find more, you've got to keep it fresh. If you can get into running, all the better. Whatever you're doing and wherever you are in the world, if you own a half-decent pair of running shoes, there's a 30-minute workout waiting right outside your front door.
Moving in with someone takes a breakup to another level. When my BF at the time and I got an app together, we obviously didn't think about the possibility of breaking up. It gets messy. Shared accounts, half the bills in one name and half in another, who takes what if you bought it together, and on and on. Breaking up with a live-in BF was a long process instead of just packing up a box of crap at each other's places.
Not using protection. Don't get me wrong. I love my children, and after the initial surprise of me finding out I was pregnant, they were wanted. But looking back, things would be very, very different if I had just made their dad wear a condom those nights.
Develop healthy eating and exercising habits now. You may be able to get away with cheeseburgers and a milkshake at 1 a.m. and remain trim in your 20s, but trust me, it'll start catching up to you once you approach 30 and your metabolism slows down.
That making and keeping friends in the adult world, outside of school, is a whole different ballgame. The landscape is different and so are the rules and skills you need. It's easy to end up isolated, or in the company of people who just aren't good for you, or just clinging to bad or inappropriate situations too long. And it doesn't just affect your personal life, it's also important for your work life, even your career. Being relatively socially adept at work and while networking is an important, soft, skill.
Pay your bills on time, stay out of debt, and if you don't like your job, make plans to get out of it, or switch career paths. If you can, seriously, shoot for a job that is practical for you, not for your parents, peers, or society, that you find doable on a physical, mental, spiritual, and financial level that you see yourself doing for the long term.
Settling in the wrong relationship with the wrong person.
Not saving money. I don't care if it's 50 cents this week, maybe $5 next week, then $0, then 25 cents the following week. Anything is better than nothing, and your future self will be so thankful to you that you did.
Staying in a relationship that you're not happy in. You can be with someone for years and fall out of love, or learn more about them, or learn more about yourself, etc., and realize that the relationship isn't worth it. But I feel like a lot of young people, myself included in my last relationship, hold on for so long because they're scared of being alone, or they think that they're already too old to start over. You have your whole life. It's easier to start over when you're 23 in your college dorm than it is when you're 40 with a house and kids. As a side note, does anyone else feel like a lot of young 20-somethings start to see themselves as old, to a more significant degree than later 20-somethings? Like I feel like a 23-year-old is in that panicking about my age state even more than a lot of 27-year-olds. My theory is that it's because younger 20-somethings are surrounded by people younger than them, are closer to people younger than them, younger people in their colleges, they may still have friends from their high schools, etc., so in contrast they feel so old. And whereas people in their later 20s are in the workplace, maybe developing more relationships with coworkers and people older than them. Also maybe just the time they've taken to grow in maturity and accept?
Brush your teeth, bro. Trust me. And use mouthwash, too. You'll save yourself a lot of pain.
Brush yo teeth.
Watch your drinking habits.
Please, for the love of beep, if you're gonna pick a job, go pick a job that really pays. Like, seriously, as much as I love the arts, but man, is it a hard gig to do when you don't have that talent.
I'm seeing a lot of posts about saving and investing, but before that you have to establish a healthy financial foundation. Regardless of how much you make, set up a monthly budget, even if you get paid weekly/bi-weekly. This is not to be confused with tracking expenses, rather it is telling your money what to do. And stick to it. It's a discipline that will help you set and manage financial goals, which includes saving and investing. It also helps establish boundaries that spill over into other areas of life. You learn what to say yes and no to because you see the bigger picture. For anyone starting out, I highly recommend YNAB. They have a free trial that lasts just over a month to get a feel for actively using it for a full typical pay/billing cycle. And if you are a college student, I believe they offer a discount on your first year. Trust me, it's worth the money for the subscription, because it's an investment in your future.
Don't waste time worrying about what others think.
Don't put your dick in crazy. Or don't let it put its dick in you. Whichever side of that divide you're on.
Don't pay for the extended warranty.
Do not drive drunk.
Anyone reading this at 29 and beep themselves?
Getting married too young, like in your early 20s.
Check the interest rate on that car loan, credit card, whatever.
Not going to therapy. Go.
Lacking humility.
Being a jack of all trades, be really good at one thing.
Having a baby.
Think with your head, not your genitals.
Do your absolute best to avoid credit card debt plus learn personal finance, budgeting, etc.
May your day be filled with joy and happiness. And please remember to subscribe to Upvote for the best quality content every day.